Yeah, man, it's heading in that direction, and just remains to be seen.
Just let me get my Shining Force 3 remake physical. If I can't, we're gonna have some problems.
Digital only.
Digital only. You know
For the phone.
Oh, stop it!
Video game podcast.
Amazon Soft launches a cloud gaming service. I was going to say cloud-based. So cloud gaming service called Luna. Luna. It's like the moon in the clouds.
Sailor Moon.
It's a cool name.
Sailor Moon.
That was Sailor Moon's cat.
Cat.
So yeah, it'll compete against Stadia, which is looking worse and worse as time goes by.
Well, and
Yeah,
also
unfortunately.
GeForce Now.
GeForce, it's going
NVIDIA
against
GeForce Now,
now,
which I actually recently tried. But go ahead.
and it's going against xCloud, Project xCloud from
Yes.
Microsoft.
Yes.
So it's going to be a big market.
Yeah.
So what Amazon has to bring to that market is the fact that everyone has an Amazon Prime account. Pretty much, there's a lot of people who do, and Twitch. Now, the infrastructure that does, and the fact that they could say, if this is the move they make, say all Twitch members either get a discount on Luna or it's integrated into your Twitch account, just like Prime is integrated into your Twitch account.
Right.
That's going to be a major move, and no one can top that.
That's
I don't
true.
care if you're Microsoft, because they don't even have a service anymore.
Nope.
So they killed their streaming service.
Mixer.
Yeah, Mixer's gone. So that leaves Amazon with a huge market share.
Also, don't forget that they're working on original IPs
Yeah,
for their own shit, and they
are,
bought other
yeah.
they bought
But-
other studios to make original IPs for their streaming service. So
Plus, it's not working like Stadia.
right,
It's more of a rental type game service, just like
right,
all the other services. You don't have to buy your individual game that only works on Stadia.
right.
So it's a good move. I mean, I just tried xCloud and I was impressed. So if they can get this to everyone playing Twitch and they don't have to buy games anymore, and they say this game's free, you stream this month, we do a promotion for this, you get to play this for this month. That's a lot of power.
I think the biggest competitor that they're going to have is not only xCloud but also NVIDIA GeForce.
Well,
Now.
NVIDIA is making Luna,
Well,
so who knows if they can just take over that.
well, that's true. But I actually tried this. Right, I have my Steam account. I was able to stream on my Shield TV all the games that I had on
Yeah.
Steam
It's a good service.
right on my freaking TV in my bedroom. I was like, wow, this is like a regular console. So I was playing. As a matter of fact, just to test it out, I was playing Record of Lotus 4 because I originally played it on my PC on my laptop, and I was like, let me see if I can, let me try this service because I read this article. And I'm like, oh, I have Shield TV, so it comes built in with that service. So I logged in, set up my account. I was like, oh, I just logged into Steam on the Shield TV, and I'm like, oh, okay, boom, and then my whole library is right there. I was like, yo, this is kind of dope.
But it
Got my
makes them-
controller set up. Dude, no lag, man.
No.
I thought there was going to be lag and shit. And I'm
No.
like, no, there's
But
no
wasn't
lag.
wasn't there a lot of drama behind that?
What?
With
Certain companies
NVIDIA?
would take their games away.
Yeah,
from
Well,
exactly.
yeah,
They
yeah,
lost a lot on that,
Yes.
right?
I mean, they worked it out. They just
Yeah.
had to discuss how they're going to get paid for it.
Yeah, it's just
Because it's new.
right.
So it's like, all right, I don't want my game on here because you guys are giving it away for free, basically.
Yeah, Netflix went through the same thing.
Luna is cross-platform. So
Right.
will it eat into that market? Because you can play it on your phone, you can play it on Macs, you can play it on PC, you can play it on your Fire TV devices like the Shield too. Well,
Yes,
Shield isn't Fire
but can
TV,
multiplayer go that route with it? When I hear
Yeah, I would have to
cross-platform,
say yeah.
when I hear cross-platform, I'm saying I'm on a PC, but you guys are say on whatever else.
I'm on an Xbox and on a PlayStation,
and we're playing together.
We'll have to see.
That's what when I hear cross-platform, that's what I want to hear. You know
We'll
what
have
I
to
mean?
see if you can actually play the games
'Cause
with
that's
other
sick.
people
That's
from
sick.
other devices.
Yeah, like if I have, for example, I'm playing, I don't know, what's a multiplayer game? I don't really have multiplayer games on Steam.
Call
but
of Duty.
anything
Hell,
multiplayer
man.
on Steam, if I had it on Steam and I'm playing it through GeForce Now, can I play somebody else who
on a
has the Luna?
PlayStation. That's different. That's different. I don't think that's what they're talking about, but I think they're talking about cross-platform, like what device you have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So-
probably.
So that, I mean,
Because
that's,
on iOS, you couldn't do that
Right.
on a lot of stuff because
Right.
they said, okay, we need our 30% cut. Apple was trying to get
Right.
money from everything.
so mostly it's
So-
usually Android. That's
Well, no, they said that they'll be able to play Luna on the iOS devices because you can use progressive web applications, which is like just going online
Right.
and using it from there, which goes around any application you'll need to buy for iOS. So that gets around their little scheme to try and get money from them. So Stadia, like they'll cut it, like xCloud, they'll cut it. They'll say no, you can't do that because you need an app to do it. But they're doing it web based, and until the other companies do it web based, it can't be on iOS. So that's even a big market play for them. So that's crazy. Got the joystick. I mean, listen, cloud, it's not going anywhere.
No.
I don't know what's going to happen with Stadia. Like, I think Stadia as it is right now, it won't be the same. They'll have to change something.
Definitely, man.
But it's Microsoft also. They might just say, forget it, we're done.
Yeah.
Because they do that.
That's true.
Microsoft does that.
Yeah.
As far as computer-based things, they'd be like, nah, we're cutting this, we're done. We're not making money off it. But until they figure out a way to make money with it by at least copying what they're doing.
It's like the Xbox One.
Yeah, they cut it. It's gone. They did it with the
Well, they have
360.
so many fucking
Cut it.
Xboxes.
It's gone.
All digital version. No, forget it. We're just testing that out. We're gonna sell another version of it.
Well, no, Microsoft is fine. Actually, my bad. So before y'all go crazy in the chat,
No, yeah.
Listen. Microsoft does the cloud, the xCloud. They're good. They're good.
Yes.
I was talking about Google.
We just like to joke.
My bad.
We just like to talk shit about
No, but-
Xbox.
No, I would say Google is the one that cuts their shit.
Yeah.
They're the ones who throw away things, and that's Stadia.
Yes.
So my bad. Everything's so close. This is all new to us, man.
No, well, I mean, no, you weren't that far off though, because they did cut Mixer, and that was like left field. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody
if
saw
they're
that
not
coming.
making money off it, it's highly possible
They
that
cut it- they
both
cut it-
Google and Microsoft can cut their whole shit.
They cut the whole shit, man. But they have to change their business model, man. This is going to be, obviously, nobody can dispute. This is the future of gaming.
Yes.
Cloud gaming is the future of gaming. Whether we like it or we don't like it, this is what's going to happen.
I just wonder.
So you
if-
have to adapt, change your model if it's not working, or you just get left in the dust like Blockbuster and Netflix. They're like, what?
Yeah, but is it
Streaming?
though?
Fuck that.
Suncoast Video is
Yeah,
gone.
all that shit's
But
gone,
my
man.
thought process
Hollywood
behind it, like
Video.
that's it's
Yo.
it's kind of the new age, but at
It
the
showed
same
up and
token, like
disappeared.
if you work at that 5 years down the road, you play those games on those platforms. But prior to that, you buy whatever you're working on. If you're on a computer, you're on the new system, it's there. But I don't think it's gonna go there right away because they lose that step of money prior to.
No, they're not going to lose because the majority of people are going to spend, like they're going to go gravitate towards whatever's cheaper.
They want the subscription-based people. They
Yeah.
don't care about selling anything
Exactly.
individual anymore.
Well, listen, you're going to get those. They're going to
They
get those
don't.
people that get like a cheap, like something cheap.
Why do you
Right?
think everything is subscription? Everything.
Yeah, because
Well,
it's
I-
a small amount of money every month. It's easy
I-
to pay. It's like, oh, this is a small amount of money, but obviously it adds up. But even still, you get those subscriptions. They're
If you get 100 million people to pay $10 a month,
Right.
you don't care
Okay,
what
so
they're buying.
if you wipe out all the gaming as we know it and say that's the new era, right?
I don't think it would wipe
No,
it out.
it's not gonna
I
wipe
don't
it
think it
out.
would wipe it out, but it might take a majority.
I'm saying years go by and that's behind us. All right, let's put it that way. It's behind us. And now we're on the subscription base, which I get. I get what you're saying.
We don't sell CDs no more.
But how much money as a AAA company do I make off of this?
They'll get their cut.
Well,
They'll get
that
their
Like,
remains.
I
to
would
be seen.
have to make a lot of money. See, the thing is, I make a little bit of money off of everything, but you're only getting $5 a month. Say, maybe it goes up to 15. Until I make the money back, I put how much money into this game?
They're willing to invest.
Listen,
because it's free to them.
Tough. I don't know.
no, but
It's
listen.
free to them. It's just cloud. It's just buying.
But a lot of
service.
it's stuff that's already made.
No, listen. I remember Netflix had HBO shows. Like you can get Sopranos and stuff. When it first like came out, I was like, oh shit, I can get Sopranos and all this shit. HBO on Netflix. Like you can get the shit streaming. Obviously, HBO was like, yo, the fuck, man, you got it. You know,
I think it's
we
a little
want our
different.
money.
I think it's a little different.
What happened though? Over time, HBO had their own service. They're like, yo, we can get our own streaming service. We did it.
You
They
think
did
that's
it.
not going to happen?
You think that's not going to
You
happen?
think Square is
Exactly.
not going to have their own streaming?
Uh,
service?
all these
You know
all these
what?
other
I
companies are
think
going to
people
follow
are
suit.
gonna- I think people are going to
Again.
get scared.
Again.
We're already very close to the age of
I don't
like
agree
you don't
with
have
it.
a CD.
Yeah.
Right?
Everyone's streaming. Everyone's
I don't
like,
agree
you don't
with
stream
it.
your music? I'm like, no, I don't.
I still don't.
I don't agree with
I think
it.
it's going
Yeah,
to be
no,
a
I agree.
slow transition because you have the people who have been around from the essence and the beginning of gaming that are not about that life, and they're very, very stubborn. So to get those people to transition to that is going to be a fight. So that is not in 2 years. It's not going to be in 3 years as the norm. It's going to
Decade.
take a long time when we're kind of closer to old and gray is where it's going to be the norm.
See-
It's not going to be in 5 years.
I'm burned where you guys
don't know.
probably aren't burned because I'm probably the only one here that's been burned like this. We have all bought our games, we bought our systems until if our new Super Nintendo breaks and you can't find another one, oh well, your games are done. I get it.
Yeah.
But I've actually been burned on the Marvel Heroes game.
It's digital burn. Yeah.
No, it's gone.
But you can't get it. Yeah.
You can't exactly. I played it. I put my money into it. These people put way more money than I ever put into it, and that shit's gone.
Yeah.
Now I get worried about that with my Blizzard games because I don't. I'll be honest.
You don't
I
own
play on
them.
computer. I don't buy CDs. I download.
That's
fucking everything.
where I'm going.
Well,
that's
that's
where I'm
the-
going. What I'm saying is because the people who came from the beginning of games are used to owning their games,
owning
and they
it.
want to own their games, and you're not going to convince
It's
that
scary.
generation to
It's
convert
scary.
over
is
unless
the
you force them. And if you force them, it's going to take a very long time, and you gotta get that younger generation. It's not about us.
I like
that's-
going
I
back
agree.
to
It's
old
not
games.
about us.
No, I
But
agree.
we would only account for like 30% of that market.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Of course, we're in it, so we think we're.
I think as
we're
time
the
goes
big
on, no, as
Yeah,
time goes
no, I
on,
get it. I
it
get it.
gets less and less for our generation.
But
Yeah,
kids,
obviously.
But listen, from a kid's standpoint, they're like, who gives a fuck? I don't want to buy these things. I want to put it in my pocket. I don't
They're
have
already-
1,000 games in my pocket.
But what percentage of those
A lot of
kids? No. I mean, like, if you think of like the ages, like what percentage, like how old are they going to be like,
this is what
I'm
I'm
about
saying.
that.
Listen.
And they have those parents who are like us, who influence those younger kids to be into games like how we were.
But
You know what I'm
listen-
saying? So they're probably not into that also. So there's a percentage of those kids that aren't about that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
But listen to the point. So those same parents for those kids aren't going to make enough like we do to buy those games for $60 to $70 a piece. Now, if the subscription service is, let's say, $15,
Right.
now if the parents are like, you spend your allowance on that, whatever, you make this, you wash the dishes, you get that, you keep that every month, whatever. They're steady doing that.
That's the
All
non-gamer kid, the
No, I
non-gamer
know.
parents.
But I'm saying,
Talking about
as the price goes up for these things, and
Yeah.
the price when they're paying and the different things, the kids are already saying, "Give me $10 for this.
Right,
give
right,
me
right.
$10 for this suit. Give me $10 for that."
Yeah.
If they're going that route and they think that's what gaming really is, they're not looking at it like we do.
Right, of
at
course,
all,
of course.
And that's a real big generation, and that's a lot easier, even as a parent. To say,
Oh
"Yeah,
no, it's
listen,
going to be like that as
Yeah.
time. No, it's going to be like that, but I think it's going to be a lot slower than we're thinking. You know, it's going to be a lot slower.
I mean, think of this too. What you were just talking about for parents. I had a crazy Christmas when I was young.
Yeah.
I thought I was getting these freaking games that I found hidden in my basement. Jason May's house. We were all like, oh, crap, dude, look what you found. I was like, oh, my God. And then, because I think maybe they understood that I caught onto it, or maybe not. I don't know. Sega CD popped up on top of all the Genesis and Super Nintendo games, and I shit my pants. I was like, oh, my God, I got all this. But for a parent now, $15.
yeah,
Well, you make a great.
15.
Actually, you make a very great point because that altogether takes away moments. That takes away organic feeling when Christmas comes along. You don't know what it is.
No,
Could
no,
it be a
but
game? It's never a game because
Yeah, 'cause
it's
you're
all
handing
digital
him,
now.
Now you're handing him a gift card.
Yeah. It
says,
it
"Here's
takes
your
away
membership."
from the feeling.
Okay,
Now,
but that's not what I'm getting at.
well, that's what
because
I'm talking about. But go ahead.
you're going with that, and I get it. That's super. You see a kid's face.
Yeah,
it's
of course.
blows the fuck up. Now it's just be like, oh great, I got the shit I get every month. But at the same token, for a parent, they don't give away $1,000 for Christmas on
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
they give away 300 and be like, "Here's your $300 cards everywhere."
Yeah, $300
yeah,
cards.
yeah.
Kid will be like, "I get to play with my friends today."
No,
They don't care.
I got
Yeah.
your freaking best friend the game card and his best friend
Yeah,
the
yeah.
game card. Like instead of $1,000 just on you, which was crazy. But for me, that was like super, super big deal. But
Yeah.
now it makes it much easier just to have. And I hate this whole service because eventually
They'll
You
disappear.
divvy up your life by how many $15 a month you can actually fucking do.
Yep.
The thing is,
That's what everything's coming down.
again, like
A bike. Here's
whether
a bike.
you, yeah,
Yeah, rent the bike.
whether you
Get
love
your
it.
ass outside. That's your
Nah,
Christmas
that's
present.
why I said whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it.
Bikes will be $20.
It's, yeah.
It used to be like
inevitable.
150. Nah, $20. Go outside, do something, anything.
Skateboard.
Before you die,
breathe
before
fresh
you're
air.
15.
Go break your arm. Here's a skateboard.
Oh, we got.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things that we're just gonna have to monitor as time goes by.
It's a whole
Well, for our
world,
generation,
man.
of course,
Whole
we
new
definitely
world.
got to. But yeah, man, it's heading in that direction, and just remains to be seen.
Just let me get my Shining Force 3 remake physical. If I can't, we're gonna have some
Digital.
fucking we're gonna have some problems.
Digital only.
Digital only, you know
For the
what I'm saying?
phone.
Oh, stop it! Stop it!
Mobile.
Listen, it's a weird future.
Only, no.
We
Oh,
gotta
but you know
see-
what?
we gotta see how
Y'all
it
keep
goes.
making fun
The
of Phil
one-
Spencer. I swear to God, he gonna buy all that junk and never get in that game.
Oh shit!
Whoa, you calm down
It'd be
over
like, it'd be like a
Calm
fucked
down
up
over
The
record
one
label.
thing that is good though, and like talking from standpoints, we've all know we've been there where we didn't have the money to get stuff and this like that. This, if everything goes smooth and these things do not fail, and they're not going to go away, so games just don't disappear. You can still fall back on your game from 10 years ago. It didn't disappear because the service didn't disappear.
Collector's editions.
Accessibility now is there, and that's why it's not your $15 a month. Okay, so I think I answered my own damn question now that I think about it. It's not your $15 a month that's not going to make these guys go, oh, should I make a AAA game for this? It's the microtransactions.
Oh yeah.
That are going to
Yeah,
save
yeah.
games.
This is why we're against it. But
But yes, I agree. I agree.
It's like
Right.
I just don't want to fall into this.
I don't
hole.
like pay for power, but you can give me all the costumes in the world because I won't buy them. I'll earn some unless you give me something so fly I have to. But someone else will just buy it because they have to have it all.
You know what's
Fine,
fucked up,
let them fund you.
It comes
but just
down-
don't make their fucking
price-
power go up.
the
That's
price,
all I'm saying.
The price is going to be the thing that's going to
You know.
determine, like that's going to determine the market. Like you know,
but it's gonna
people
turn
are
out-
people are always going to go for the cheaper price, right? Look, I'm not into
Wait
the
for sales.
Xbox. I'm not into the Xbox Live and all that. But I was like, yo, Game Pass for $1. All right, I get a month for $1.
Once they
let
hook
me
you,
give
you're
it.
hooked.
Let me
Once
get
they
a
hook
try.
you, it
Let me
doesn't
try
matter.
this shit. There's mad games on there. I'm
It's
like, all
one of
right.
the- It's
But it's about
Think about this. I was
Yeah.
like, for $1, I could try it. Like, it was like a fucking 100 games. Like
If
games
you
that I
see
don't even
value-
know.
And there was like 2 of them you played because it's from the Xbox.
Listen, they
No,
will
but
give
those
you.
games there I didn't
They will
play.
give you all this for free, what for $1 for free, whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
until
yeah.
till you see
Right,
a reason.
Till they
They
get
try to
till
hook
they
you.
get
They
till
try
they
to
get-
hook
till
you.
till
Yeah.
there's that one
Yeah.
Gotta
game.
get that hook.
All right. You know,
Then
and
I'll
You
then
know
do
what? This is kind of cool. I
Yeah.
gotta get.
But it comes down to payment, like and how much. Because listen, we can talk about owning stuff. It does always come down to ownership
yes.
for us,
Yes.
and for most people who buy stuff, but to keep.
yeah, our
it.
generation is like,
collect-
yeah, you want to own it.
But like, all right, if you're spending microtransactions, you're spending $15 a month, or I could buy 5 or 6 games at $70 a piece. How much is that for the whole year? Probably the same amount or less. Like,
Right.
we're spending more the way we think about it anyway. So the money thing and the microtransaction thing is in like, okay, you guys spent $60 on that free game. Yeah, I just spent $70 on the same game. So if you think about it that way, yes.
Yo.
It's so weird though because it depends how you value games because
I
there's a
know,
lot
it
of
does.
it's
why it
it's
depends.
generational too because like a lot of people just burn through games
Yeah,
games
fast
but
and fast and
yeah
fast.
but like there's some games that like require a lot of hours and dedication and let me get Red
World
Dead 2
of Warcraft.
yeah Warcraft Red Dead 2 like there's so many games that they're $70 but in 90 plus hours, but there's so much into the game
Yeah.
that you want to get your money's worth, you know? So it's like, I'm not going to buy, it's if you get all these games for cheap, you're going to run through them. You're not
no
going to,
attention.
I'm not playing through Red Dead 2 fully if I'm getting it for $1 because I want to play the next game that's $1. You know,
Yeah,
so,
it's
so
no
it's,
attention span.
it's making everything, it's cheap. It's not even-
Cheapening the
I
experience.
was about to say cheapenizing. It's not even a fucking word. I put myself on blast.
Cheapenizing.
It's making everything that's like supposed to be like, oh, this is a grand experience, and it's making it cheap.
Yeah.
And
Hold on,
that's
here we go.
fucked up in terms of game.
2040 or 2050. I'm talking the year.
Yeah.
$100 a year. Everything will probably be accessible. There'll be some microtransactions that keep things going.
Flying
But
cars.
Everything, all games from all platforms will all be somewhere in 30 years. you'll just be able to play anything. $100 a fucking
It'll
year.
be fucked up. Man.
Inside the game.
with flying cars.
And you know what
everything,
though?
man.
I'm not even like crazy. Like that idea doesn't even bother me. Like as long as I know shit's just not gonna vanish into thin air.
If you can have your own server
$100 a year,
with backups,
and I could just play
Yeah.
anything.
It'll be like cryptocurrency. Like it
I'm
never goes. It's
fucking
finite.
down
It's
with
like
that. I'm
They're-
kind of
they're-
down with that.
That's
Like
why
you own it.
MP3s are fine by me. 'Cause
They're-
I can own an MP3 still.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't
Right.
take it
The
away from me.
ownership to me is so important.
well, that's why I like.
That's going away, man.
It's so important.
Going away.
Like
That's
it's
like-
like sorry to cut you
Oh,
off,
sorry,
Al,
yeah.
but when what was it? What was the game? Marvel Alliance 2, I think, right? What was the Marvel Alliance 2? They had
Oh,
some,
yeah, they
had some
released
DLC
some-
characters that we fucking bought. Hulk and a bunch of other
It was
people.
Magneto, Venom.
Hulk and someone else.
Yeah.
And that shit went away after I fucking bought it.
That's crazy.
That is like, no,
That's
I own
insane.
this shit. I bought it. Oh, because I bought this shit DLC, it's gone now. Oh,
Yep.
fuck
That's
you.
like,
That is
Imagine,
scummy.
imagine a whole system going away.
That is, I don't
Well, that's
like
what
that.
imagine?
I,
when
Scott.
if shit does like that does not happen, everything is like backed up. All right, they fucked up. They're not going on with this system, but everything that was done for it and that service is still there. I'm okay with it as long as you still have it.
As long as you
going.
can play it.
Can I go
Don't make
back
it
to it and play
disappear.
it? I'm good.
I mean,
Yes.
Let me
Yes.
play
Don't
it when I
make it
want to play
disappear.
it.
Don't make
Yeah.
This is the last question. This one question I gotta ask y'all. You know how
Yep.
the Switch doesn't have a virtual console.
Yeah.
A lot of people complaining about that. There's no, there's no virtual console. You can't. But they
They
re-released
had
the
their
shit.
Nintendo
right?
streams though, and the Super Nintendo.
Right.
they have
They-
those.
but they have those, but you kind of want the other systems. So like, if they had a service like a monthly paid subscription service for, let's say, GameCube and 64.
Well, they have it for Nintendo and Super Nintendo, basically.
They,
as their online
well,
service.
they do, but I'm saying if they had it for the others, would you?
I wouldn't care much for it.
I wouldn't do it.
Nope.
I wouldn't do it. Because
That's a
I
negative.
want stuff from GameCube or the older systems, but I'm not paying a subscription for it. I want a fucking Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance, and Radiant Dawn remaster. If you put that shit on the fucking subscription, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing that.
But if a company
No.
said,
I want to own it.
But listen, the way it was going, I think you said it was the last thing, but one last thing.
Okay.
So if a company like, say, Capcom, or they don't rely on systems, like we come to a time where they don't rely on systems anymore, and they're like, you want to play a Capcom game, you pay us $20 a month. Then you get all the new Capcom stuff. You don't get a Resident Evil. You don't get
$20 a
anything
month?
unless you pay this per month. And all companies do it.
So
I'll be so fucking angry.
Fuck.
But they can do it because there'll be no
they
system.
can't. No, I'm saying like that.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, it's
and that
fucked up.
pisses me
I
off.
think
That's
that
it.
they make
Listen.
it a cheaper $20 a month if you want to spend it like that.
It's high.
Or
That's
a
high.
cheap. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, you have to look at
Jay, EA's gonna do it first. They're gonna come up with their
Oh,
own
yeah,
system and do it.
scumbag.
EA's gonna do
No,
it.
dude.
But
you
a
have-
cheaper year.
tried.
when you think
Yeah.
about this whole subscription thing, right?
What hope?
Wow, that hole over there. When you're thinking about the subscription services, you have to look at also like the movie and TV like subscription service.
I'm
right
already
now,
annoyed
it's
with.
currently
I'm
going
already
on.
annoyed with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's annoying because you have,
I don't have
all these. You
Amazon,
got
I have Disney.
Disney.
It's only
freaking
getting worse.
HBO.
It's only getting worse.
You got Netflix. You got Hulu. You
Who's
got
gonna be the
freaking-
first to do
Who's
it?
got Peacock? Anybody got that yet?
I think that's free.
Is it free?
Is it?
It's free, but you can pay and get like.
No,
more
you
stuff.
gotta
Yeah,
pay.
of
Oh,
course.
there you
That's
go.
an actual thing. I never even heard of it.
No, but
it's NBC.
see that's
Oh, okay.
that's what this
makes
is.
sense.
The movie shit is struggling with this right now, and
They're
I
chilling.
see that.
With their streaming, they're chilling.
Oh well,
They're like, yo, listen, gaming, y'all got to get your shit straight because movies is good right now. They spent a lot though, but you
yeah,
can go on
not-
forever, or you can go on forever.
This
about
is
the
a
time.
topic
Yeah.
that can go on for 5 hours.
Yep.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
there's so many
It's
pros.
heated.
There's
It's
cons.
heated.
There's pros,
There is.
cons. People who are upset
is.
about, like myself. There's people who are like, hey, it's
Yeah, me
it's
too.
not. It is the future, but
The
it's like.
word subscription.
Yeah, it just bothered. No,
That's-
it gets under my skin. It gets under my skin, man. I like to
hate
own
it.
my thing. I like to own my shit.
Spotify.
I'm sure
Fucking
we'll
gotta
come
pay
back.
for that shit too.
I'm sure we'll come back to the topic
Many times.
many a time.
Many times.
And there'll be
Yes.
podcasts
Oh, yeah.
Many
fully
times.
fully made just for it.
Yep, absolutely.
A lot
I
of
can't wait
passion.
to be a
Dude,
part
it'll
of
be
it.
an all day. It'll be an all day stream.